Premier draft. Traditional draft. There we go. Definitely in a traditional. Good. Awesome. So, get into it. So, this week going for traditional draft to enable me to sideboard and actually have my sideboard be meaningful while I'm playing, which was a big aspect of why last week was a little bit frustrating because I started the wrong type of draft by accident. So yeah, hopefully it's a little easier to play this week. Hopefully everyone readies up. Always one. There is always one who just doesn't ready up in time. Really hope we don't end up in the endless circle of readying up and then timing out and then readying up and timing out. I don't understand. I mean, I think it's bots. I think there are bots. Nope. Okay, we're in. Awesome. So pack one, we have a 6/7 for 6 flying, enters return 2 non-land permanents thrown in his hands. Omens for 4 to draw 3 and discard 1. That's immediately very good. We've got a flurry for a lower level. That also pulls me into 2 colours, but a lower level lightning helix. Is there anything here that grabs my attention? There's no removals. This is a bomb. So according to Bread, I should follow my instinct. Big blue dragon. Okay. So, what have we got? We've got counter or return. Oh, it's only non-creature spell for 4 mana. That's not great. Top or bottom, they get to choose. Means that it's just time walking that one thing. Otherwise, we have a Molten Exhale, which is 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker, which is basically everything in this set that isn't a dragon. Destroy target creature. Costs more if it's targeting a dragon. That's basically, it's just unconditional removal. Unconditional removal at instant speed at 5 isn't bad in limited. I'm thinking probably take the dragon's prey, hope to wheel back. Don't know what I want to wheel back from this pack. Possibly the Opulent Palace, I guess, if that's the colours we're aiming towards. Okay, what have we got here? What have we got here? We've got fixing a 4 mana mobilize 1 3/3 blood artist. That's not huge. Could be better. Some removal in white, but Esper isn't a colour supported by this set. Spell 2, draw 2. Second spell you cast costs 1 less. The Storm Singer is just the better card here. It attacks well. There's a lot of X1s and X2s in the set. Yeah, I think it's not an exciting pick here for pick 3. Hopefully we get a better one here. So we've got a 1/2 that lowers power. Creature exile card from the graveyard, return instant sorcery from graveyard to hand. A 3/2. That's recursion of removal. Other than that, we've got turn target card from the graveyard to the hand. Harmonize to draw, sack creature, exile from the graveyard. 4/4 reach for 4. Green. Oh, it's in green. I'm not in green yet. I don't want to go into green for that. I'll take this. Get back removal. Exiling from graveyard. Drawing. 5 mana to deal 4, gain 2. That's not horrendous. Honestly. Disturbing that that's not horrendous. Tranquil Cove in case I do want to splash into white. Cruel Truce for draw. Hmm. Removal or draw? Removal or draw? Well, removal, even bad removal, is still removal. We'll pop that in the 5-drop slot for the time being, so we're going to be paying a black and 4 for that, but that's fine. Opulent Palace has come back around. Target creature gets +1/-1 when it dies. Draw 2. That's pretty good. When this creature enters, return target creature opponent controls to its hand. It's also very good. Sack to kill. Sack to exile. Does feel like a good choice. We do have a mobilizer. Opulent Palace Life Switch Servant to worthy cost. I think we're going to take the worthy cost. As long as there are 3 or more different types of counters when creature you control gets +2/+4, you may cast this card from the no. Sultai Monument will allow us to get our stuff and get some bodies later on. A 4/4 Flying Ward is very good. A 5/3 that trades well, trades up, and creates a zombie and can do stuff from the graveyard. That might just be better. Yeah, we'll pop that in the 5-drop slot there. Evolving Wilds, Dismal Backwater, those are our choices here. So I'm going to take the Dismal Backwater because I'm definitely in black. And oh, you'll love to see it. Let's make sure that mana is perfect for this. Traps 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand, or creatures get -. Oh, that's pretty good at instant speed. We'll take that. Take a Cruel Truce. 3/3 draws a card. Yeah, that's fine. I take the Reputable Merchant from the sideboard now. Dracogenesis. No, sadly. As fun as that would be, that is not going to be what I'm looking at here. Lion Wait, return target creature card from your graveyard to hand. Deals damage because that's cards. So that's removal and recursion. That's more for the Abzan style of deck. We've got another Dragon's Prey. So we've got Lion Wait, which does require us to start looking for lands such as Jungle Hollow, or just another kill spell at 3. How are we looking in terms of our split? 5 and 5. I'm going to say fresh start, actually. Oh, a Bloomvine Regent is very fun. Very playable. We've also got Disruptive Storm Brood, which allows us to destroy a creature and then gives us a 5-mana 3/3. I think I prefer the Bloomvine Regent here if we're going to be going into green, because it also allows us to get our green mana out of our deck. The other options are this and this. Otherwise, there's nothing that's really grabbing me massively. Dragonclaw Strike would be good if I was definitely in green. But this is kind of putting me... I'll take this. Puts me definitively into green. We need to look at getting fixing for green going forwards. Okay, Severance Priest, no way forward. There's a non-land card from it. If you do, exile that card when this creature leaves the battlefield. Okay. Beautiful art on that, Jesus. Tap doesn't untap. Pay 5 to untap it. That's pretty good. That's pretty bloody good. Behold a Dragon will pay 1. removal for a free drop. Lotus Light Dancers. So it enters, search for a black, a green, and a blue, and put them into your graveyard and shuffle on a 3/6. Return target creature to its owner's hand, and you can harmonise for 5 and a blue. That's pretty fun. A sorcery speed, though. At which point I'm looking at Ringing Strike Mastery, Sultai Devotee, and Dragonstorm Globe. Ringing Strike, we can find our fixing as we go. Okay, that's good as just a black 5-drop dragon. I'm not going to be playing with the other aspect of that. The other option here is the Abzan Devotee or the Night Blade Brigade. Yeah, but this is a bomb. A dragon fits into the fact we've got piles of dragons here. Exile cards from graveyards. Search for a basic. Wilding here. Another worthy cost. We've got a Snowmelt Stag, which can just finish a game. Not really wanting to mill. Does farm a 2-drop slot though. Well, we're taking out Wayfinder. Creature enters, target creature. Opponent's cost is -2/-2. That creature you get. That is good. Abzan Devotee gives me access to green though. So I'll take that. Heritage would be good for the sideboard. I will very happily take another Dragon's Prey. That's just unconditional removal. So we need 4 drops, and we need green fixing. Tuba Devotee does fix for green. Yep. Okay. Not certain about the fixing that these give. I mean, they can do it once per turn, which is not great, but they also, you know, that one's got recursion. That's a free for 2 that can block well. Helps us to get to those higher numbers. I'm not really playing counters. Endures 4 for 6. So that's a 7/7 with 3. What did it choose? I chose that. Oh, I'll take the Lotus Light Dancers, but I don't think I'm going to play them. They're a bit expensive for what they are. I'm not really playing. Oh, hello, Colour Lad. Welcome to the chat. Nice to see you. Nice. So far, we are in a Sultai deck. Looking to play dragons in this dragon format. 4/4 reach in the 4-drop slot. Yes, I do want 4/4 reach in the 4-drop slots. That would be excellent. That's just what the doctor ordered. That is just what the doctor ordered. I'm all quiet again. God darn it. Properties. Advanced audio properties. Oh no, I'm up by 9 decibels still. I think I just picked something. I don't know what I picked. I'm fixing my audio. See if that's better. How loud is that? I can, but I am also in the middle of a draft. This might be something to fix in a minute. Is that just better already? Okay. So, we've got Spirit Creation, in a colour I'm not in. The Purging Stormbrood, a second one. Synchronized Charge. Skirmish Rhino, which is fun. Deploying, yeah, Purging Stormbrood is a very playable thing to have in the deck. What have we got here? So we've got an Aven Sculptor. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile 2 cards from the graveyard. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It's got Ward 2 and flying. Destroy target creature, create 2 warriors. Yep, that's just kill with upside. That's good to see. And Evolving Wilds here. Is there anything that I'm losing that I am horrendously sad about losing? Nope, I'll take the Evolving Wilds. Desperate Measures. Right of Renewal. Chassis Bargain. Roma's Routine. Social life for a basic bank card. Put on the battlefield tap. Like that desperate. It's either a Right of Renewal or it's a Roma's Routine. Yeah. I think I'm going to take the Right of Renewal. That might end up being a sideboard card. Just because of the nature of how it's looking for us here. 4/4 Defender that I can pay 3 to get Rumbling with. Ice Ridge Serpent. Another Cruel Truths. Or another Purging Stormbrood, which I am oddly tempted by getting another one of. It's got Ward of Pay 2 life. Take another one. Oh, that's an Encroaching Dragonstorm. That's just ramp. That's just good ramp with upside potentially. I think we take the Encroaching Dragonstorm here. Focus the Mind. Potentially Dredgier Games. Another Gurmag Nightwatch. Or an Endure 2 for no. I'm going to take another Gurmag. Rugged Highlands is sadly not the right colours for me. Draw 3 cards, creature opponent's control get. That is pretty big blowout potential. The floor of that card is draw 3 cards for 6, so we'll take that. Another Sagu Pummeler. Synchronized Charge. Another Sagu Pummeler. Cutting is going to be interesting here. Do I like the Adorned Crocodile? I think we can drop the Defibrillating Current at this point. Nightblade Brigade, Undergrowth Leopard. Undergrowth Leopard can live in my sideboard. That's good. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Rapinet's a very aggressive player. Okay. This is going to be an interesting draft experience. Because now I have to cut down this deck quite aggressively here. Quite aggressively. So, our curve is actually pretty good, which is rare for a game with me playing. I do feel like dropping the Adorned Crocodile for another Stormbrood makes sense considering. Got the Bloomvine Regent here, which will gain its life when our dragons enter. It's going to do really well against Abzan decks. Oh, hey Zapdos! Yeah, I really have gathered quite a bit of magic. I really have. We're currently in a Sultai deck. We're making 5 cuts. Which is going to be difficult because we've got quite a range of good cards going on. But I feel like drawing cards Artists without a body, not as good. That kills and gives bodies. That gives us a blood artist effect and mobilize. Right Renewal feels like a sideboard card. Apologies if you can hear a small child. That is my next door neighbour's kid. They're very loud. If you can hear them over the mic, I don't know if you can. Really hope I have got my door locked, because she has been known to just walk in. At this point, fresh start's pretty good. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want an Endure X as a sorcery. What's that doing there? And then one of the three Purging Storm Broods. Oh, thanks, Colour. It's nice to know that it's not coming coming through. Yeah, that feels like a good curve. We sort of sit in the 3 and 4 drop slot quite comfortably. We've got good removal, we've got fixing, we've got bombs. This feels like it could do good work. Our sideboard stuff is mostly for aggro because we're quite slow, and we've got a little bit of targeted removal for enchantments and artifacts, and we're already quite good against. Oh, you get a qualifier playing if you win all 3 games. That's fun. I didn't know that about best of 3. So let's give this a go. Let's go into game 1. Oh, it's nice to draft. It is annoying that it's about 1 a week if you don't want to draft Phantom, and Phantom Draft has its severe issues. I haven't really touched Phantom Draft since original Throne of Eldraine. Gonna take the play here. Got a kill spell and a 2/1, and all the land in the world. We'll draw gas, right? Draw nothing but gas? Nothing but gas. This isn't shippably bad. We have got a play and we've got removal. Oh, so Phantom Draft is you draft against robots, and that's it. You just you draft against robots. There are no other players taking picks, so you can't do anything like cut people off of colours. You can't read signals because there aren't actually real signals going on. During Throne of Eldraine, it meant that everyone was playing the same mill deck. And when I say the same mill deck, I mean it was the same mill deck. It was, what's the name of that card? 0/4 with an adventure for milling 5. I'm going to pass here. This Shock Brigade is going to attack him. Dealers 2 damage, which is truly horrid and painful, but we'll survive, I think. Not good that we're drawing lands. It's not what I wanted here. But yeah, it ended up, Phantom, I find you see a lot of people forcing the same game states over and over again. I think what I could do here, I could just attack him. I don't need to use this here, and I can Bloom Vine next turn. So yeah, we'll swing in for 2. And yeah, we'll Bloom Vine next turn, because that's just a 4/5. But yeah, it just ended up with a lot of people playing the same decks because it's easier to force it, which is, it's just not good. It's not good for the healthiness of the format. I like to play against different decks, so the best of 3 and premium draft, are probably the better places for that. We're going to drop a big 4/5. We're going to gain 3 life, and we're going to pass. The next turn I can Dragon's Prey this and Rumble in. I'm not massively bothered by a 1/3 hitting me every turn. It's not really a massively concerning thing. Yeah, and our opponent knows it as well. Ooh, we could go Sargu Wild later, yes. That gives us another 3/3 in the air. Gains us 3 life. but I am concerned by that getting double strike. Less so, because that's each opponent, yeah, so I can take that on the face. That's instant speed. This is sorcery speed. Yeah, what do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? Not threatened is the thing. I don't feel like I am under actual threat by their board state. I'll do this. I'll get rid of the thing that's going to hit face. I'll hold the wildling for next turn, and I'll get in with these 2/1/1s. I'll just block, which is fine. I'll pass. Not the best upside in the world. Would have been better if I'd had my 4-mana creature that does a nice Blood Artist impression. Okay, I think we're setting up for a flurry here. Harder Devotee. And attacking tokens have Death Touch. That's quite frightening. So, Ringing Strike Mastery. The Equilibrium Adept. Force them to pay 5 to untap it, which means they'll never flurry, which means it's a 2/4 forever. We'll start that. And then I'll Dragon's Prey the Bonekin Butcher, because that's 2 things that can hit quite hard. Well, I can't block them. And it also means that the Shock Brigade can attack in. And then I'll pass again. Just very passive. Very passive because I'm going to be going big in the air at some point soon. Piles and piles of dragons is the plan. Our opponent's probably just pissed off at the amount of removal we're running. It's fair. Okay, we're getting in. We're mobilising. Now, is there a Death Touch? There is a Death Touch Anthem. It's just 3 damage. We can heal that with the Sagu Wildling twice. So we'll just take the 3 here. Hardened Tactician. This will allow them to sack their tokens before they disappear off with that. So then we're going to go Sagu Wildling. Gain 6 life here. And I'm going to get in for 4 in the air here. I'm going to start rumbling now that I've got a second large blocker. I might start leveraging this Abzan Devotee for blocking. Yes, let's Wildling on the Hardened Tactician, Devotee on Devotee Violence. The Hardened Tactician is about to get Death Touch or +1/+0 or just a straight up Molten Exhale with Flash by Beholding. Beholding that there, dragon. We're running Dawnbreaker. I'm going to bring this back to my hand. That's going to make this coming turn nice and easy. A second Shock Brigade. Oh, and a land. Don't want to see lands. Lands aren't fun. So this is a 3/4. Another type creature gets +1/+0 on each combat. I think we're going to sandbag the land just because it's a good idea too. And ooh, yeah, that sucks. Okay, we're in a much weaker situation now. Taking 2, 4, 6. I can't kill anything here. So, take 2 damage off of that total Devotee. We can cast it again. Sack tokens to draw, which is very good. I'm going to bring my Devotee back to hand. Love an Infinity Blocker. So, wave. I'm going mill 3, hopefully not a land. I'm going to decline. I don't want the land, I want the +1. Devotee. I'm going to renew onto this. Creating myself a nice 4/4 with reach. So that's, you know, not perfect, but it'll maybe dissuade some of their attacks this turn. Flamehold Grappler, they're going to copy their next spell. Very interesting. What are we copying here, opponent? We are copying a static snare. Oh, that's brutal. That's very brutal. I do really like Flamehold Grappler. It is a terrifyingly versatile card. I am now very much bent over and getting plowed under by value here. Turn all counters from up to 1 type creature. We've got any creatures? No, so that's just a 4/4 or a 4/4. 4/4 Ward 2, considering we're facing a lot of removal, is better, so we'll take that one. I took the wrong one somehow. Didn't mean to do that. Wait. Oh, I leave that one on top, so I've got this now too. I am very uncertain as to what to do in this situation. I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we're gonna get the Nightwatch nice and big. That way we can at least kill the Flamehold Grappler this turn. Our opponent has just... Oh. Yep, that'll do it. Let's go to game 3. Not game 2. Good God, not that bad. Oh, nice. Get to see more stuff out of them. Okay, so we're dealing with aggro, which means we're also dealing with enchantments. But we're dealing with aggro here, which means we want to be nickel and diming our opponent. We want our right of renewal in. Crotic Nest Guard in. Hunters or attacks. Yeah. What are we getting rid of here? We're dropping a worthy cost here. And a pummeler. Maybe the Inoc? How does that leave us with creatures? Yeah, we're still 13 to 10. Okay. Going to game 2. So our sideboarding there has basically given us a wider board state in general. So that we are prepped, in effect, for our opponent to go wide. And then we've been given a hand we can't play anything out on. Yeah, that's a mulligan. Much better. We will drop, yeah, the purging. Here, so we're going to go Devotee into... Our opponent is aggroing hard. We will probably just trade this immediately, yeah? So we can get it back. I know we'll do that. Dragon's Prey being held up. If we need it. Nickel and dime our opponent forever with this Veteran Storm Zero of its lives. Just taking the 2 here, we're just taking the 2 here. Yeah. Hardened Tactician, that is a worthy target of the Dragon's Prey because that gave him so much card advantage last game. I don't want to see that happening again. Ooh, so we can either have the Inspirited Vanguard next turn. We go for this. No, I think Venerated Storm Singer is just a good thing to have on board here. Or pass. Ooh, blue. What's our opponent splashing blue for? Where did we see that was blue in the last game? I don't remember seeing anything blue in the last game. Okay, so our opponent definitely has something big. I'm going to kill the Shock Brigade here. If they can +3/+0, no, just another static snare here. Deeply activating. A very good card, this static snare. So we'll go Dismal. Get his life back. Have a Gurmag Night Watch. So we may put one on top of our library and the rest in graveyard. What do I want on top here? A dragon I can play. Feels like a good thing to have on top. And that'll be passing at that point. Our opponent seems to have something up. Happy for them to rope. Never not happy for our opponent to rope here. Yep. Okay. Equilibrium Adept gets their land drop per turn, that's pretty good. Attack with the Shock Brigade. Block the token, take one. Okay. So, we're gonna drop this. Widen our board up. Ooh, or do we want a good blocker? Doesn't surprise the Dragon's Breath, even with the 2. Let's go wide. And pass. Exile that and get it. And sacrifice. Ooh. Absolutely just bending me over their knee and slapping me. Yeah, that's horrid. The person's deck is exceptionally well built. They definitely know what they're doing. That's either a 4/4 or a 4/4 defender. I'm just seeing any counters. Go with the 4/4 flyer. That'll be turn, I think. Got a Nest Guard for next turn. I would say that art is very spider-like, personally. Okay, buff up that boy. Okay. Not attacking though, that's a good sign. Drop the Nest Guard here. We can flash this back into our... well, we can reassemble it back into our hand. We attack in, we don't benefit, so we have to hold position here. Hopefully we can rebuild. Opponent's deck just seems to be 100% gas all the way down. Good removal, good like card draw. Very annoying card, this Shock Brigade. I'm noticing that it is a very strong. They're going to pay the 2 life here, and the extra 2 mana to kill my dragon. There is a mouse. There is the indeed Cull. There is a small little mouse here. I'm getting my ass handed to me. Yes. Okay. Of course it's allowed. Of course it's allowed. I can't threaten their board state. They'll just take the 4, and I'm left without a blocker. Pass the turn here. What I needed my big 6-drop dragon, really. Getting in with everyone. Or am I just dead here? Yes, I'm just dead. Okay, cool. Good game 1. Had good fun. Love playing Arena. So fun. So fun to play Arena. It brings out the joy in your soul, in your heart. At bare minimum, you get 100 gems back at least. God. I don't know if it is just that. I'm used to drafting in a pre-modern Magic environment, and I haven't adapted correctly with my with my sensibilities. You know, maybe bread is no longer the rule. Maybe it isn't bombs removal. Arena is kind of bully or be bullied. You're not wrong, Color. It's not a very interactive or fun format in any. Well, a client for Magic. You can't really have fun. You can't talk to your opponent except to send them deeply, deeply infuriating little messages. So it's just, yeah, there is a. This is just a hand of removal. We'll take that. But yeah, the bread rule doesn't seem to work quite right anymore because of just how pushed creatures are in modern Magic design. It feels as though, bombs and removal aren't really categories that need to be looked at because your removal is not going to kill what you're trying to kill. It just because what you're trying to stop is it even entering the battlefield, and the only way to do that is to kill your opponent, which isn't actually that's not the tactic I like to employ when I'm playing Magic. I'm going to go with the Venerated Stormsinger here. I'm going to get in with my little 1/1s and hopefully get some draining when they get sacrificed at end of turn. Cotis. This is all abilities, you say? Oh, Cotis. We're going to have an awful time. Although I can also just do that. That way I did definitively get in with all of my stuff. Yeah. I'm going to hit Cotis with this. That's nice. It's nice to kill a Cotis after last week's stream. Getting 4, well, technically 5 here. It's the end of turn. The Mobilise trigger causes the warrior to be sacked, and then the Blood Artist trigger of gaining a life and them losing a life goes off. So, yeah. This does feel like I'm bullying my opponent a little bit, although I don't really have masses of respect. So, I mean, I would play it. I would also play it if I had it in my deck. So, I'm not saying I'm above them on that one in any way, shape, or form. But notice, this should have been a Commander product card. This card is just not built for limited. Or they should have put it at Mythic for the purpose of limited instead of at rare. Because I've now seen it twice in 2 weeks, which is 2 drafts. That is a bit too common. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's fine. They're getting it back. Auroral Procession. Ooh. My friend might want that for their Storm deck, actually. That's it. Okay, we've got my dragon, but first... Here comes a Sagu Pummeler opponent. You're going to block. Yes, you are, because you're a fool and you don't know what's coming. It's about to lose a Destructible. Let's go. Let's go. Oh no, not fucking Snakeskin Veil. I'm so tired of fucking Snakeskin Veil. God almighty. Can we we stop putting this in sets? Great. Okay, I'm getting hit by the fucking Kotus this turn. Fucking tired of this card being in fucking draft formats. It was an uncommon the first time they printed it. Stop printing it! Ah! So I can return it to their hand. They get to cast... Hopefully I don't have the creatures to return. So it's just the Night Watch. Really? Okay. Intrigued. You got a Bolt? Why do I not like Snakeskin Veil? Purely because of the word hexproof. Just a mechanic I'm not a fan of. In Magic, generally speaking. Yeah, let's go with our 6/7. There we go. Bounce Kotus back to their hand. Get in for 4. Next turn, we can negate a card game. Yeah, no, yeah, you're not wrong, Zapdos. It is. Card games are just bully or be bullied, and Magic is getting way harder to pack the removal and interaction required to play the game to a good degree, in my opinion. Obviously, that's a highly opinionated perspective. So this turn, irrespective of what happens, I'm going to draw 3 cards because I don't want to sit and not use my mana. Bigger Sculptor, that's a blocker. Yeah, we'll go ahead and draw 3 cards here. Nice. Another dragon. That's the body. And a pummeler. Second pummeler on the board. Yeah, getting with my 6/7. Even if our opponent does drop their Kotus now, they cannot get through with it. I have too many blockers that are the right size. Yeah, that is a good game. So our opponent is, well, for one, playing Kotus. That makes me want to be able to get rid of Kotus. What do I have that can get rid of a Kotus here? Oh, I've got 3 things on board that can already get rid of Kotus. Maybe I inadvertently built around beating Kotus, which would be slightly unhinged of me to have done. I do like the idea of the Lotus Light Dancers at my 5-drop slot over the Purging Stormbrood. I can just fail to find. Here. Yeah. So I'll fail to find with the Lotus Light Dancers, and then it's just a 3/6 that can block Kotus into Oblivion. My Stormbrood isn't going to have much value as a remover of tokens, so I'd rather just soft lock the Kotus out of hitting me ever. Our opponent seems to have built their deck basically around having that Kotus work. They've built a draft commander deck. I can't be mad at them for. Rivers Region and a Dragon's Prey and a pile of basics. Ooh. Yeah, I will. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, Zapdos, at the end of the day, Kotus is a commander card. That's what it's. That's what it is. In my opinion, I think it should have been in one of the precons. From a draft logic perspective, can't be blocked, never attacked. One time I play Mills cards equal to its power. That's interesting. You're gonna try and mill me out, opponent? That's a very nice art. Are you hitting me or are you hitting yourself? Ah, playing Renew. Was this like a Renew Voltron? cards are free. Okay, so this will get back into a conversation me and Zaptros were having last night. Um, so Magic isn't built in silos. I'm going to keep the caustic exhale on the top here for when I get Cotis. So if Cotis had been put into either the mythic slot in the set, or had been a what do you call it, a commander product, I wouldn't be dealing with it in draft, which is not a good. Is that a? Oh no! Is our opponent Reanimator? Oh god! I didn't plan for Reanimator. Ooh. If we Venerated Storm Singer here and pass. So all of the game is commander, but the health of each format individually needs to be taken into account when cards are being put into their respective products. Cards that are put into commander products should not be in standard. Some of them would inherently break standard, right? Some cards that are in the draft environment are there entirely for the draft environment. They're not good cards in a vacuum. They're a good card in a draft. Ooh, I can behold a dragon. Why do I need to behold a dragon? I will be able to do the thing if I behold the dragon. I'll just pay the one here. Up that Cotis off the High Heaven. Tired of his bullshit. I'm going to get in with the Venerated Storm, so if they want to double block here, that's fine. They do not. Oh, I get to get in for some damage there. So it's not even a problem as such. I wouldn't say it sits into a game design problem. It is a Magic as of late has been heavily focused on Commander and Commander alone in terms of its design. So you'll see really beautifully put together Commander products, cards in standard, in modern, direct to modern sets when they were being done, that are all about Commander. The issue lies in when those Commander style products are in my draft environment and are built for Commander problems. So the indestructibility of Cotis is because he is a Voltron commander. He is a commander designed to be suited up and sort of sent in on his own in a deck, built entirely around that from the command zone. Ah, good. They're doing a double block. The Venerated Stormseer here. We will. Why would you assign it like that? Lose a life, gain a life. It's certain cards just, to me, need to be thought about more from the limited format perspective. Limited in general is a thing that Wizards likes to lead. Right. Yeah, that's Eugene. Great. This is another. This is just a general issue of Planeswalkers and Limited. Is what I'm now experiencing. Is just. Oh, I'm fucked. I literally can't kill that. Prevent my opponent from milling more. That doesn't do anything. So this is a 2 mythic deck that our opponent has here. 2 mythic. Well, 3 by my personal cast. We've got this mythic and Eugene. So our opponent has had the luckiest draft in history. I just need to dig then, I guess, and see if we've got anything that can. There we go. There we go. Jesus. Thank God for digging. Oh. Hope my opponent feels bad. They should. I am now completely completely out of stuff though. Got one more kill spell and I'm done. Two creature cards from my graveyards. Get back my Bloom Vine and my venerated Storm Singer here. And then I can Dragon's Prey the Veteran Ice Climber. Yeah, okay. Grab those two. Do I want to save this for now and just do it? Oh, well, no, they can pay that. They can pay the 5. But if they pay the 5, then they're paying 5. Well, it's got Vigilance. So once they pay the 5, it doesn't untap. But it doesn't tap again. Yeah, the Dragons play this. If they want to counter that, they can do that. They do. Cool. Love it. Love to see it. Oh, jeez. The snakes can bail out the deck at bare minimum. We've dealt with a Eugene, a Cotis. Good God. Moonvine Region, gain us back some life. Yeah, we'll keep that one tapped down. Okay. Yep, I'm going to pay the 5 here. Oh, mill me. Mill moi. No, I won't block that. Okay. Taking 5 here. Next turn, Storm Singer. No. Orang River Region. Oh, I don't have the blue. I don't have the blue. No. That sucks. Yeah, that makes it then. Do I get in? I think I get in here. So I'm not blocking this anyway. I have to pay 5 to untap that each bloody turn, that's pretty funny. They will keep doing that. Need one more blue. Need a blue. Desperately need a blue deck. Please. Please be a blue. Oh, please be a blue. Thank you. Please. Lie in wait. Kind of cards. Deal 10. Fuck. Well, I mean, it is a blue. I can survive a turn. No, I can't. Irrespective undead. This person's deck is obscene. Actually obscene. Okay. Actually obscene. How do I even... Is there a route out of this, or do I just concede and go to game 3 here? I think I just have to concede. Yeah. Turns out, having 2 fucking mythics in your deck seems to be a very good way to win the fucking game each time. Okay, do I have more stuff that can kill planeswalkers? I just have to sit here and plan to kill a... Oh, yeah, do you know what? I haven't tried having more mythics in this game where per draft there are a maximum of 2 mythics going around the table. I haven't actually. Yeah, I have nothing else that can deal with Eugene. What the fuck? Do I just have to hope they don't have it? Is that it? Is that my entire game plan? Hope that they don't have it, and then hope I have worthy cost in hand. Is that my entire fucking game plan? Jesus. Do I like this game? I do use virtual sleeves for my virtual cards. I like my sorry, I am getting lightly tilted by the fact my opponent's deck has two of the harder to deal with mythics in this set. One of which does an exile on entry, and one of which kills things on entry. So I'm going to be a bit more focused for the next few minutes. Okay, so that's a kill spell. I can't seek in it. I can't, sadly. I wish I could cheat when I come up against this sort of stuff. I'll be brutally honest with you, because it feels ever so slightly unfair to go up against. Oh. This is the person at the table that when you're in an in-person draft, everyone like goes up to them after the game and stabs them. It's kind of like a Caesar type situation. Because they have just sat and hoarded the mythics. Our opponent mulligans down to 5, which is not inspiring me with a great amount of confidence, considering. Do I not Wayfarer? That's not good. That's my Ugin removal in the bin. Online draft is a mistake. Honestly, I miss MTGO where you were able to call your opponent a cunt in the chat. That's not a joke. It's a thing I miss. So often that would be taken with like a yeah, no, I'm an asshole. I'm aware. Because if I was able to call this person an absolute twat to their face, really bluntly, yeah, I hope both of those came up in front of them and they chose to take both. And I didn't even get that opportunity. I didn't have that space, that opportunity. So I'm just sat in hell. Because I'm playing with less good cards. Inherently less good cards. Their deck has a much higher chance of just pulling out an uninteractively good card that I will just have to sit and deal with. Just kill this 2-3 and attack with the 1. No, I kill the 2-1. And I'm making attack. Okay. But listen, if I was also in the position of I was playing with Eugene and the Teamer Spirit Dragon, I would probably be having a really good time. Like a really, really good time. I'd be having a right laugh. But I'm not. So I'm in the position of staring down my opponent and going, you're an asshole. You're just a twat. I don't like you. Yeah, my one creature in hand is dead. I've lost my pressure. I have no pressure. Yeah, I have to. I can't sit and sandbag removal on the off chance that I get something later. Just gotta finish the game fast. Can't sit around. Can't rest on my laurels. Just got to end my opponent as fast as I can. Kill spell for my Barang River Regent, their opponent. A 2-1 with lifelink. Next turn. Can you kill this or kill me before next turn, opponent? No. Oh, thank fuck for that. Jesus. Glad to have ruined your day, opponent. Glad to have ruined your day. God almighty. Flame Venerator. Storm Singer. Attack for 8. Counter opponent killers. No! Oh, thank you, Jesus. I believe in no God. In that moment, I will thank Jesus. You know, there's an opening going at the minute for the Pope, so you know, you gotta hedge your bets. You never know what's gonna happen next. Okay, I can only get one more win. Yeah, in the words of a wise woman, make them have it. Never sit and sandbag if you can get in and kill them. That is, you know, every turn in which you act as though Eugene is in their hand, Eugene was in their hand because you haven't played your game. You've got to make them have the damn card, and that worked out for me. Also, that is adding into my my new theory that every time I get really angry at an opponent, I win. So I hope you don't annoy me, opponent. For your sake, not mine. Okay, go ahead and drop an Einot. Hoping to see probably a blue or a black land. I'll take a blue land here. Assault Road Skirmish and Ringing Strike Mastery. That's 2 removal spells engraved, which is not great. Yeah, let's drop the Tima Devotee. Blocks well. The patient needs frustration to live. Have you tried the frustration drug? It's called meth. They'll be very, very frustrated. So next, the board game. Oh yeah, that is a board game. Our opponent is doing very little here. They're rampant, but not much else. Got 2 pieces of targeted removal. A board wipe for 1/1s. I like your card, opponent. I appreciate that card. Bye bye. There's our 5th land. Go ahead and Bloomvine. And we'll get in for 1. Riveting magic, everyone. In local news, a 1/1 is attacking every turn. They're gonna kill it, aren't they? Yeah, that's rude. That's hurtful. I like that card. Guess I'll take 1 here. Oh no. No way. That's crazy. Don't do this, opponent. I don't know what you've got, but that's... What? That's hilarious. Okay. You love to see it. You love to see it. Got a Purging Stormbrood here. Coming down the line. Yeah, got a lot of options for this turn, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass. So I can either get back those 2 creatures that are in my grave, my Einok and my Bloom Vine, and kill something that isn't a dragon. Or I can kill a dragon, or I can draw a card. We'll make it a 5/4. Okay, cool. That's sorted that out, so we'll get these 2 back. This is, yes, a 4/4, so it doesn't do well. And we'll just kill that. 5/4s are big enough to be a problem. land, play the Moonvine region, again, up to 25, play an Eye Up, Wayfinder. Swamp or Forest, Swamp or Forest. Swamp. And we'll pass the turn. Okay, opponent, we're back where we were, but both of us with less cards in hand. Ooh, opponent passes. I'm going to hold up the Bewildering Blizzard here. Get in. Beautiful. Go ahead. Lock it. Don't even need the Bewildering Blizzard, really. See if they put +1 on it. Or -1 on mine. What's your plan here, opponent? -3, -3. On -3, -0 your card, your creature. You've got a 1 hitting my 2. You can harmonize the instant speed. Wait a second. That is funny. Be funny to do. Ah, make cast sorcery spells and dragon spells as though they had flash. There we go. That explains how he passed that at flash. Well, I'm assuming the opponent's gender. That's not good. No. I don't need a free flip around here. That's all our opponent's thing. Okay. We have 3 cards in hand. Our opponent doesn't know what they are. Our opponent is going to play a Purging Stormbrood. Do very little. Removal the counters from the creature. How could they? Let's have a look at the top of my library here. Ooh, the Pummelers are good in Grave though, aren't they? Ooh, it's all good in Grave. I think I'll have one side with Pummeler in hand. Well, in hand next turn. Play a Swamp. Do I want to Dragon Storm or just... Yeah, Pummeler up the Go Magnite Watch. Incentivize our opponent to block our 4/5 here because, well, woo! Our opponent is feeling zesty with it. And it's still feeling zesty with it seems. Let's just go for a Dragon Storm here. A couple of islands. Just grab a forest. Okay, we've basically got all the basics out of our deck. We're nothing but gas now. Pure gas. When this creature attacks, you lose 1 life and it endures 1. Okay. Step combat. Everybody in. Block like that. Caustic. Oh, wait, I can. Wait 1 second. I can hold a dragon because it's in play. Oh, wait, yeah, no, I can just -3 this. Right. Look at that dragon! The not swinging with more was so that I could do it this turn when I've got backup. In the form of, like, removal or something like that. Opponent is probably going to move to game 2 here. Yeah. Okay. So the reason I didn't swing in is because, well, I don't want to lose creatures for no good reason. So our opponent is packing quite a lot of removal, much like ourselves. So I'm going to bring in my Right of Renewal here. Didn't see any +1/+1 counter shenanigans. We'll drop a Stormbrood in favour of that. Okay, going back in. Oh, feeling a bit better. This is the last game of this draft, though, sadly. So we'll see how that goes. That is the other good thing about playing the best of three version of draft is you will always get three games, whereas three games of three, whereas with the Premier Draft you can just get three singular games in a row with a bad bit of luck and have no chance of actually crawling it back, like we did against our two mythic opponent there, with just yeah forcing them to have it. Absolutely crazy to have two mythics in your deck. I've had that a couple of times in draft over the course of my time playing Magic. It is an issue I'm finding with play boosters, because play boosters can have more than one like rare and more than one mythic. So I opened a play booster of, was it Outlaws? Yeah, Outlaws at Thunder Junction, and I got Oko Thief of Crowns, a banned card in like a few formats, a Terror of the Peaks, and a artifact, a 3 mana artifact that makes XX's Urza constructs. And I was like, this is obscene. This is for playing with. This is wrong. This is wrong. You shouldn't have access to all of these at once in draft. So it just kind of, I do think that the multiple rares per pack in draft is also a really bad idea. Okay, opponent is probably also on Sultai. Wait, yeah, of course they're already on. Oh, I know what this person's playing. I played them last game. Sultai Monument. Ooh, very lucky. Get the Evolving Wilds. Sadly, our big dragon is in grave, which is sad. But we are able to at least get a blue source ready for our fresh start next turn, if we need it. And we can get in for one. We've got a worthy cost that we can use this Inoc for later. Is that fresh start worthy? It may well be fresh start worthy. Or I could just have a 4/4 and disincentivize them from attacking me. This develops my board more. Yeah, we'll go to Saga Pummeler. Let's develop our board state. Not spend a turn dealing with an uncommon threat, which they won't want to attack with anyway, because it'll die straight away. That art is very ominous. Outlaw Skirmish. Sagu Pummeler, they get in. Oh, this is a big swing by our opponent. I'm gonna let that happen. That's gonna suck. Ow! That's a lot of. There's a lot of damage. Opponent has become eminently fresh startable. Eminently fresh startable, yeah. Is it just time to worthy cost? Worthy cost hold up the fresh start for something? Yeah. I can't allow that to continue. That was a. What did I start that turn on life-wise? That was horrifying. Could go and do a basic forest cultivate here, but I'm not going to. It just feels a little bit of a waste of energy. Our opponent's going to keep fixing, which is valid. Fixing's important. Always fix your mana. Yeah, I'm going to Bloom Vine here. Our opponent's going to kill it, it would seem. No? Okay. Opponent is not going to kill it. Okay, we make it through. What are you holding up? Opponent, what interaction do you have? Ooh, an Spirited Vanguard here, which I might. Is that a fresh startable one? Yeah, that is fresh startable. I want to do that while our opponent doesn't have the mana up. Yeah, fresh start. That's a nice 0-5 we've got opponent. I love to see them. No longer endures 2-1 attacks. We'll get in for 4. I could have Sagu pummeled onto this, but I think I want to try and broaden my creatures a little bit, considering how many cards our opponent has in hand. A couple of zombie druids. Oh, that's a very lovely art as well. Such a fun take on zombies. Such a fun take. Abzan Devotee. That leaves us with 6 mana up for a Bewildering Blizzard. We'll get in. And we'll Bewildering Blizzard them if they attack us this turn. Nicely voiding out that damage and killing one of them. Corroding Dragonstorm. We're setting up for a dragon. I get drained for 2. Island from our opponent. They're going to get in. We're going to Bewildering Blizzard. We've got a robot in the chat. Hooray! We'll ban and remove that comment in a second. Okay, we've got a right of renewal here, which we can use to get back 2 cards. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with my Meringue, River Region, and my Surgeon Pummeler. Target player shuffles up to 4 target cards from their graveyard into the library. Ooh, yeah, sure. 1, 2. Probably should have done a worthy cost there. Whoopsie. Death to machine. It's becoming the vibe of the stream. It would seem is just kill the machines. So I'm probably going to counter this beam of light, this magnificent beam. Good God. That is just, it's just because of how many targets there were. We'll go Sagu, we'll Pummeler here, and we will attack with both. They'll block with the 0-4 against the OC, I think. A 4-3. Oh, opponent, you wouldn't, would you? We saw this last game. Pay 5 to untap it, opponent. Pay 5 to untap it. Go on, do it. Do it for me. Make me happy today. Corroding Dragonstorm again. Dragoning a second time this game? Is this what's happening? I think I'll sit there, yeah. Okay. Grand River Region. And this and this to their hand. And we'll hold up a Whale of War. We'll get in with these 2. Yeah, you might as well put your Vanguard in the graveyard, at least then you've got a chance of recasting it. Oh, nice! I can hexproof my River Region using the white off of the Abzan Devotee to do my Stormbrood's ability to give it lifelink and hexproof. That's pretty big. That's unironically big if true, as Zapdos would say. Yeah, a couple more Zombles. Simple Zombles. Whale of War. Turn up to 2 creatures. We're just going to be getting back our Bloom Vine, sadly. Bloom Vine region here. Gain some life. I now want to hold up this Purging Stormbrood. I wasn't expecting to want to hold that up. Go in with our 6/7. Letting it happen. Don't take 6. We'll end the turn there. This also will allow us to get some life link if we're in the middle of struggling. If the struggle bus gets real, we can get off with the Stormbrood's Absorb Essence ability here. And that just shuffles back into the deck, so we can do that again later, possibly. That's a fun thing. I do like Omens. Omens are a really good broadening of the design space. So when an Omen is played, you shuffle the card that the Omen is on back into the library. So we take the idea of the adventures, putting them into the adventure zone off to the side, hit actual play podcast, the adventure zone, holds your cards for you. Instead of that, you end up with... Oh, that's just mean. Sorry, opponent. No blockers in the air today. I think that's lethal. That's lethal in the air. Our opponent doesn't remove our things, but we can protect our things. So I think that's lethal. I think that's game. Oh, they're going to untap. Forgot that they could do that. I didn't know that you could do that. I block the 6/7. What else is happening here? Caustic Exhale in response. I'm going to give it +2/+2 lifelink and hexproof until end of turn. Do you have another removal spell, opponent? Because that would be crazy. They're going to kill my other creature. Because thank you! Up to 21. And I will prep for next turn with a Geomag Nightwatch. Don't need more lands here, so I'll pop the Einok Wayfarer. Adventure Zone is it's technically not a real zone. That's a victory. That's a full 2 wins there. Absolutely spectacular last couple of games there. I apologise for getting tilted about that, but 2 wins is big. 2 wins is very big actually in a best of 3 queue. This is for pro players. I am no pro player. I don't know 70% of the cards in this. This was a very fun deck. I enjoyed the shit out of this deck. I'm noticing that I am liking Sultai's ability to just do a lot of stuff in this format, which is very good. So yeah, that was very fun. So the Adventure Zone is in effect, it's a exile sub-zone. So it's exiled as an adventure, as being on an adventure. So it's just placed off to the side, and then you can cast to the creature side later. But Omens take that and remix it in a very interesting way that I quite like. Oh, I got one of these yesterday. Hell yeah. This is a good card. I like this card for Dragon Tribal. A podcast? You want me to do a podcast on a podcast I've never listened to? How many mythics am I up to? 4 mythics. Okay. Might be able to make a new constructed deck soon. That'd be fun. The top card library. Well, that's good. God, these lands are really good. I know that everyone's very focused on the blue one of these, but I do think that these are just very good utility lands in general. Final pack. Ooh! I wanted to build a Betor deck, but I wasn't going to spend a mythic wildcard on it. That could be what I do for the rest of the stream. Should I just build a Betor deck? So this is Big Butts deck. He likes big butts. You cannot lie. So at the beginning of your end step, if creatures you control have total toughness 10 or greater, draw a card. Then, if creatures you control have total toughness 20 or greater, you untap all of your creatures. Then, if creatures you control have total toughness of 40 or greater, each opponent loses half their life rounded up. Now, some people wanted that to be just win the game. I think that's a stupid take, personally. I think win the game effects are overabundant in our current era of Magic. I would prefer to have less. I think I'm just going to go ahead and build a brawl deck around Battle. That's it's just a fun brawl commander. So I just want things with big asses, really. Things with big ass. How do you search for big asses? Creatures. Just have a look at our big asses. Yeah, I like it. Why are you keeping it there? It's a 0-3. That's a defender, though. This isn't gonna. I don't want to build a wall deck. I've already got a wall deck. Frodo, 2-3. There are spiders. There are spiders in here. I do have a spider deck that I did build a while ago. Giant killer, that's a good big butted creature. Hinterland Sanctifier, give it a life on top with a bunny. Isamara is just a scary big boy. Whenever you cast a spell that targets this creature, put a +1 on it. No, that's not what I'm looking for. When this creature dies, you gain 1 life and draw a card. When it's exiled from the battlefield while you're activating a craft ability, gain 1 life and draw a card. That is so specific. Lovely art. Love the colours in that one. Lost Inspector. Pixie. Oh, this could be a Blink deck. No, that's not a good idea. It's not fun. Done too many Blink decks. That is one that I will happily put in the deck. Look at that dog. I pet that dog. I pet that dog. Pet that dog. Okay. Sarah Ascendant. Nice and easy to activate. Oh wait, I'm not playing Life Gain. Well, actually, I am kind of playing Life Gain. I've got a Lunar Hinterland actually, so maybe I am playing Life Gain a little. No, that dog is incorrect though. That's an incorrect dog. City's Blessing 0-3. That's good. Soul Warden. Freebs. Once you complete a dungeon, no, not dungeoning. Oh, there we go. That's a 0. That's a 1-4. It's a 1-3. I'm not playing party though. No. That's going to be good. Not allowed to run if mana straight. You're not allowed to say to people, "Hey guys, can you slow down your deck a little bit?" You're not allowed to say that in Magic anymore. You get the design team will come and kick your head in. Lump, lump. I don't want to play a flump. I'm not playing group hug. So 2-3 for 2. We'll play with those numbers. For untapped artifact creatures and or lands you control. There's 6 mana, sort of. Bunny. So what we're looking for here is effectively just things with big butts. No, not playing that. Things with big butts that have decent effects and aren't arena-only effects. I'm not a fan of arena-only effects. They are hard for me to keep track of because, well, they're designed to be, annoyingly. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice a food or pay 2 and a white. When you do, tap target now. That's not worth it. Most creature enters if it was kit. Return target creature. Yeah, there's 2 free with lifelink for 2. What the hell? This game is cooked as a whole. That is so cute. That is a cute bunny. Good lord. 3 ones, 2 ones, 0-4, but it's a wall. God, everything's very low toughness in this modern era of Magic that we're living in. Zoom and enhance on the bunny. Okay. God, it's a while back. There we go. Enjoy. I apparently have 2 of these in my collection. Hair raising. That's fun. It's a fun name. Is that enough? Is that enough zoomed and enhancedness? She can drive off any threat, from owl to hunter to Phyrexian monster. This baby can fight off Phyrexians. That's scary. That is yeah. That's active listening, if nothing else. Has to be said. Uh, oh. That's a 2 mana free. We'll take that. Is this just? This is too many little boys. It's too many little boys for my Betor deck. I think this is one where I'm gonna have to actually do the research on another thing because I can't really do the filtering that I want to do here unless I can figure out. Okay, there we go. Toughness greater than 3. Oh, oh, hell yeah, hell yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. There was an update on the Am I the Asshole for Training My Boyfriend Like a Dog. Could you give us the updates, Colour? I'm intrigued. So to give the very weird basic outline of what's being talked about here, there was an Am I the Asshole that was put up, where a person was a veterinary, what do you call it? Either a veterinary worker, and their partner that they were seeing, um, had some very obvious sort of like traits from their perspective of being like, oh, Roach is about to that they were very obviously like struggling with certain things, like that they were food motivated, or that they were very defensive, and that they started putting these into like the same things into place that you would put into place if you were training a dog. If the update is that they started using a clicker, I'm sorry, but that has just become kink at that point. Um, that's just kink. Oh, that's a good sheep. Do I just play this for the sheep? Look at that thing. Look at that sheep. God, look at that sheep. Rotund is the right word. Good God. Manifest Dread. God, that's cursed. Why is that arena only? That doesn't need to be arena only. That's just a normal card design. Oh, they haven't had they're probably autistic, but haven't gotten a test yet. Oh dear. Yeah. Sione. It's probably not very fun to watch, is what I've just realised. I'm going to abandon ship. I'm going to save an exit. I will finish building that deck in enough time. I'm going to play a couple of rounds of. Let's vote in the chat with our two people. Do we want? Do we want me to play some brawl, which is basically commander, or some timeless? Brawl or timeless? Oh, that's so cute. Bunny and Brawl. Are we going for Babbitts? The scariest woman possible and her 1,000 rabbits. Let's do it. This is how I see myself. I see myself as wow. This isn't the art for the Elishnon I'm using. Heir apparent, hanged executioner, eerie interludes. So this is the art that I use. So it makes people go, "Oh God, it's scary! It's Junji Ito." And then I play like 1,000 rabbits, and they're like, "Oh, well, this is a bunny rabbit." Then I see, because the rabbits have an end to the battlefield trigger, and I wanted to just make it about the rabbits, really, because look at them, they're adorable. Look at them boys. So I wanted to make it about them, so I made it a double triggering Elishnorn deck. I have considered building this in real life. I think it would be very fun. Planes and an heir apparent. Oh yeah, these some of these have parallax on them. It's not very well done in my opinion. Maybe I'm just a bit mean. I'm going to go with a Cold Steel Heart on white. Bop our opponent for 2. We're up against Go Shintai of Life's Origin, which is basically 5 colour Enchantress, so we're going to see a lot of this happening. The Bunny or the Cold Steel Heart opponent? Oh, that kind of player, I see. Kind of player that destroys someone's ramp. My kind of player. I mean, who would ever destroy someone's ramp on like turn 2 or 3? That would be horrible. Who could do such a thing? How's that, bro? Who could do that? Who could destroy someone's 2-mana rock on like turn 2 or 3? Oh no! I mean, I definitely didn't do that to Zaptros last night when we were playing Magic IRL. No, don't report me, please! I'm so new! I need to get my followers up so I can become affiliate. Definitely a thing I'm genuinely interested in. I'm not just doing this for my own amusement and fun. Oh, don't kill it. That's mean. That's cruel. I can't believe my opponent would do the correct move. That's just... Oh, we're that kind of deck, are we? Oh boy. Fuck your shrine. Okay. Heir apparent. Hanged Executioner. Attacking. Our main buff here is that we are a highly aggressive deck, and almost every Go Shintai deck I've ever seen has been the most dawdily boring thing to watch. If you're going to play 5-color Enchantress... Oh, wait, never mind. There's a curse happening. Never mind. I'm completely in. I'm all in. I love to see a curse. Yeah, mate. Your Dance the Mantis is going to cost more now. Get in with everything but my actual heirs here, I think. Cool. Then we can Eerie Interlude after our opponent draws. Oh! Hold on, just to see. I was going to make the thing cost more. Did I have fun? Did I have fun? I don't mean it sounded like I had fun. So, yeah, I played a fun deck. Our opponent was playing a deck. Got about 7 more minutes. I think I'll play a meme deck quickly. A full-blown meme deck. Let's go into Find a Match, Ranked Explorer, Procession, Bees, or Treachery. Procession, Bees, or Treachery. Procession is a deck that can actually break Arena. For clarity. Bees? Bees? Oh, yeah, I need to make you a mod. I don't know how to do that. That's something that I can do after stream today. Bees? Bees? Bees. This deck is bad. For clarity, this is a bad deck. I have not had the best luck with this deck. I'll be upfront. The game is struggling to matchmake because my deck is a pile of garbage. Oh, it found somebody. I'm playing in ranked so they don't just leave if they don't like what they're seeing. Okay, we've got bees, got ramp. Got ramp and bees and removal. We'll keep. Ramp, bees, and removal. These are the 3 core tenets of what I'm doing. Next turn we'll drop down. Ooh, Cotis maybe? No. That's a bit preemptive. Yeah, we'll play Spore Web Weaver. So when Spore Web Weaver is dealt damage, you gain 1 life and create a sapling creature token. On its nest, does that, but it does it for however much damage it is, and it's flying little bees. Yeah, sure, get another one of those. We're going to play our Cotis because we've got something to get out of the graveyard this turn. Our opponent is probably on some form. No, it's not, is it? Are we up against Turbo Fog? Hell yeah, dude. Love Turbo Fog. Have a great time. Swinging for two while we've still got the chance. Oh, please be Turbo Fog. Please be Turbo Fog. I haven't played against Turbo Fog in so long. Ah, a dead archetype. So Turbo Fog, for context, is spells like Haze of Pollen that prevent combat damage that would be dealt during that turn, and an effect that very, very slowly builds up damage on you. In some form or way. So it can be pingers to hit your opponent with. It can, most often though, it is a form of mill. So I'm very into this. What is that opponent's little guy? Just fire? Okay. Opponent is not using the auto tappers. They've got something very specific that they want to do. They're Nissering. Or is this just green blue ramp with some haze of pollens? Because that's annoying. That's not as fun. Exile that from Grave. Llanowar Elves. Lava Coil there. Island. Cool. That's not combat damage, opponent. That's not combat damage. But sure thing. They are some form of. Oh. Well, that's just annoying. That's what X is. X minus 3. Here I was thinking I was in for a fun game. I'm not. I'm in for some bullshit. I only got 6, 5, 6 mana. 5 mana? Yeah. This is just a Nissa deck. Blue-green Nissa. Cool. Dead in 3 turns. 2 turns. 2 turns. Ah, well. Can't plan for an opponent being 2 turns? 2 turns, maybe. That's 10, 13. Yeah. Then next turn. Opponent is masturbating hard over there. That is a hornet nest. Cool. That's a game. Okay. I do want to show what this does. I'm going to go until I at least get to bees publicly. I want to bees all over the shop. I will do it. Just shouldn't Blasphemous Act isn't available on Arena. It should be by now. The amount of times it's been reprinted. It'd be nice to see it back in standard. Give me my really, really specific board wipe so that I can build a bee deck. Please. Goose, Elves, Spore Web. Yeah, let's take it. Elves into Weaver. Or we could Commercial District and attack with it, depending on what our opponent does. So it's on Orzhov. Reanimator, probably. They are on vehicles. They're on Greasefang. Okay. I am fucked. That's a fast deck. That's a fast deck our opponent's doing. Storm's Wrath into Storm's Wrath, though, might actually be the protection required. So our opponent needs the 2 mana, return a 3 or less cost to play card. Spore web. And pass. Oh, we've got some blue in here. That is interesting. What's the blue? Is that just for protection, maybe? Painted Indulgence. Ah! That's just to put a vehicle into grave. They don't currently have one. What we're expecting here is Sky Sovereign to be put into the graveyard at some point soon. Lava Coil. Yeah. No extra mill for you, opponent. No extra mill for you. Yeah, City for 1. Come on. This deck is bad. It's like unironically bad. Charting a course. Again, we're waiting to see a big old vehicle chucked into the graveyard. Our opponent appears to be running really badly, which is quite funny. They're force seizing me. They take one of my 2 Storms Rafts. Oh no. Make an extra food here. That's an Impact Tremors. We're getting closer to the combo. I'll play the Impact Tremors here. I'm going to straight up pass this turn. Spore Web Weaver will be a good blocker if nothing else, if we need it. It's a Ledger Shredder. This is a very badly running Greasefang deck. I mean, normally it's Mardu, so I think that might be part of the problem. There we go, there's the Can't Stay Away, but it's getting back to Stitcher's supplier. I am. There's a Parhelion, okay. There we go. Oh my god, they've just got all the parts of their deck back. Next turn is going to suck balls. Let me reread this. Beginning of combat on your turn, return target vehicle card from the graveyard to the battlefield. Against haste, return to its owner's hand beginning of the next step. I'm going to kill this Greasefang when it comes in. The Storm's Wrath. Spore Web Weaver will block either the Sky Sovereign or Parhelion. Whichever one they choose. Which one are they choosing? Personally, I would choose Sky Sovereign because you can recast it. It's got haste. It has a crew of 4. Crew it with Greasefang. They're gonna get in. They're gonna create 2 angels that are tapped and attacking. We're gonna block the 5. One of the 4s here. Ready to back up food. Crack of food. Life. Crack of food for some life. And take my beats. I gain a life and get a sapling. I ping them for 1 with the Impact Tremors. Down to 20. Parhelion goes back into hand. Storm's Wrath. Okay. We survived that quite well. We are hellbent. So now we're waiting on... Oh no, they had enough fucking Greasefang in hand. Ah, bollocks. Well, that might just be game. second Grease Fang is definitely more than I can handle here. Sack of food here. We're at 7 mana, which is the max mana needed for my deck to function well. A Narset. Interesting. We get a chart course here. The shot. Discard. Probably the Parhelion here. I don't see where the added value for them being in blue is over red. Yeah, I'm not sure I see it personally, but maybe that's just because I lack the imagination needed. That's also a game. This deck is not good. I need to go up against Sparky just to show off what this deck is supposed to be able to do. This deck is not good, as you're probably seeing. We're 7 minutes over. Oh no, this is a 2.5 hour stream, isn't it? Yeah. So very quickly, just very quickly bot match with these here. Hi Sparky. Yeah, I'm here to show off my badly made combo deck, Sparky. Yeah, it's keepable. Don't talk to me, Sparky. Can I mute you? Yes, I can. Don't talk, Sparky. Nobody wants to hear you talk. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Impact Tremors. Go for a Spore Web Weaver. Ping our opponent for 1. But yeah, this deck requires your opponent to literally do nothing for you to actually win. Straight up is just a bad deck. Oh, Star of Extinction. Yes, I would like one of those, please. Impact Tremors. Attacks. Lot 2 damage. Create a sapling, gain a life. Ping them for 2. Another Spore Web Weaver. Spore Web Weaver is my less good card for this purpose. It's more incremental. It's not as fun for the big finish. Okay, that could actually become a problem eventually. Third Spore Web Weaver, if you can believe it. Which I actually kind of can't believe it. Where are my bees? These create funguses. That was fun. For land, we do need those. See why this deck doesn't really do well. I need to figure this one out. I need to really sit down and get this working. So this is inspired very heavily by Pleasant Kenobi's Bees series of decks. There we go, there's a Hornet's Nest. Beautiful. Now we just need a land. We can do the bees. Because we Star of Extinction, we destroy one of their lands, and we deal 20 damage to each creature from each planeswalker. This then creates that many 1/1 green bees. The bees then deal a damage to our opponent. That's the deck. We need a land. I can show you how it works. Oh, they've auto-knotted my... Oh right, because this is hexproof from blue. God, that's funny. A land. Oh! Hallelujah. Hallelujah, it's bees. Ping ping for the spore webs. Ping ping for spore webs. We get 20 bees and 40 damage. Let's fucking That's the bees. It's really stupid. It's not good. It's not good by any measure. I don't think I've ever won a game with it by the bees, which is very sad. I need to really go back to basics. It is hilarious, but I was doing that against a bot that is designed to not be able to play well. So I'll play a different one of my explorers, my procession deck, and then I'll call it there. It is a stupid bot. Down with machines. Down with machines. Oh, that's a real person. 547421C. Are you what are you, opponent? Out of a bot game into a bot game, it feels like, with that name. That's crazy business. It's not even a date. I don't know what that is. So, the aim of this game. This game is going to be about how many anointed priests can I make, and can I survive long enough to actually do that. Got a goose from our opponent. Start with a tapped Hallowed Fountain. A breeding pool. Are we up against another green-blue ramp deck? That's how many calories they've had? Oh god. And a Spelunking. Be singing up the Beanstalk next. We're going to go Anointed Priest. The next turn we'll probably go Torrens. Yeah, that's not that many calories, really, is it? When you think about the fact that we're meant to have like 2 to 3,000 a day. Dream doing Transit. God, I haven't seen this card since I drafted with it. So we're going to tap down that own thing to draw 2 cards. That's very fun. We'll go Islands, Torrens. So Torrens will, every time we cast a creature spell, give us a creature token with training, which will then give us a life with the Anointed Priest. Where this deck succeeds where the Bees deck fails, in that this deck is a functional deck outside of the stupid thing. Whereas the Bees deck is just dumb. It's just a dumb deck. We will let them hit us here. We're going to be playing Aspira Headquarters and a Sunscourge Champion, which will create a token, which gains a life, and then the Sunscourge Champion will enter and gain us some life. There we go. We'll pass the turn. Next turn, I will Champion of Wits, hoping to find myself, one of the 2 pieces of the combo. I quite like these sleeves. These are cute. Very cute looking. Quite enjoy those. Another goose. And another goose. It's just geese all the way down. Bloomburrow is a very good set. I think the 2 sets I've enjoyed the most in the last couple of years are Bloomburrow and Dragonstorm. Genuinely. Redundant Torrens is a redundant Torrens, so that's good. I've got something to discard here. So we'll create a 1/1 and gain a life. Then we will. It really is. There was no real feel bads. Oh yes. Yes. That's a Mythos of a Luna. So if we were to do this turn, it would be for 4. Okay. We can create 4 1/1s this turn if we need to, but we might not if we don't need to. Our opponent's not really the removal type, So as long as we can sort of stably sit until we find our next piece of the puzzle. So Mythos of the Luna says to create a token that's a copy of target permanent. If green and red was spent to cast this spell, instead create a instead it will also fight when it enters. That's what I'm trying to say. God, I got lost halfway through that because I was confused by the main deck Paw Patch Patrol. Don't like they have enchantment removal on main deck. That's worrying me. Take 3 here, down to 15. Auroral Procession, which again I think I'm going to recommend to my friend to put into their deck, because Auroral Procession, Aurora Monroe Storm, it kind of fits. And it's it's an instant speed. Oh, they're just doing that again. They're really obsessed with food. You see, a person is obsessed with food in a hot minute. They love spelunking. I am fascinated by what our opponent is doing here. I think they're on the same sort of like nonsense train that I'm on. Yeah, we're gonna convoke this for X is 4. Again, it's 4 life. Another anointer. That's good to see. We'll play an anointer priest here. Torrens will trigger. We're back up to 20. Our opponent is probably just like, will you please, God, just do something else? This is eternalizes for 7. This eternalizes for 4 and discard. Yeah, we'll get with these 2. We might as well get in with these because they'll train. I'm going to kill one of them, opponent. I would kill one of the tokens, personally. Ooh, Sunscorch, please. Yeah, you're realising you need to kill one of the tokens. Hell yeah. Love putting your opponent in a tight spot like this. It's good fun. I'll end turn. All the Storm Giants. Dream do and transfer one of their geese again to draw a couple of cards. It's a good fun card, this. Very, very, very fun art as well. I'm going to do it to another. You know, they have to do it to them. You know they've got to do it to them. Prosperous Innkeeper, we'll take that. Into Prosperous Enters makes us a treasure token. Over these 2. Oh, and you can't just let me keep hitting you with them. You've got to kill them at some point. God, that's funny. My opponent is committed. They're on the full commit train of not letting those die, and I like it. I like that they're committed. Another 4-patch formation. What are all these foods for? I want to know where these foods are going. Fuck's sake. Have they unbanned him this week or something? Oh, yeah, sure, opponent. Yeah, fuck you. I mean, they can just plus that Ugin to kill my Ugin at this point. I've got 4 turns, and I've lost half of my combo at this point. Ooh, that's even better, just Ottawara it away. Yeah. And then all the Storm Giants. Just don't seem to be getting any luck with my cards at the minute. 5x is fine. I'm dead to the Ugin. That's 2 games in a row ended by Ugin. That's not great. I think I'm gonna call it there before I get Ugin for like 17th time this fucking session. Theme of today's session: Ugin can go fuck himself. Yeah, Ugin can go fuck himself. That'll be the message that goes into the end of this. Good. I hope that everybody had a good time, and yeah, we had a good draft, I think. Even with one bullshit Ugin, we had a good time. Yeah. I will be shooting next on Sunday.